Hi, my name is Evelyn. I have been working with data analysis for over 10 years, following how approaches and technologies in this field evolve. Recently, I decided to conduct an experiment with an IA assistant designed to support information analysis and decision-making. The result was unexpected, not what I anticipated. Why did this happen? I explained it in more detail in my community. Link is in the description or pinned comment under this video. An interesting point, my subscribers suggested reconsidering the test conditions. They felt I set too strict boundaries which might have affected the assistant's performance. Perhaps this is a habit since I have spent many years helping beginners understand data and build a clear step-by-step approach to analysis. Today, I decided to change the approach. No restrictions, no instructions, no rigid scenarios. I'm simply observing how the assistant works as it was originally designed. Let's see if it can show interesting logic, and who knows, maybe I'll learn something new myself. By the way, I recently shared with my community my approach to analyzing charts on short time frames. Now my community is more than just a blog, it's a space for those interested in analysis who want to develop alongside others who are also curious. Every day I publish observations, share examples, and try to explain what I focus on and how the logic builds up during data work. Several times a day I go live to show how I apply my approach with explanations and comments along the way. This format suits those who want to better understand the process and watch it live. You can simply watch, ask questions, and gradually form your own vision, all at a comfortable pace without overload or pressure. If you are interested, check the link in the description or the pinned comment. The community is open and I'll be glad if you just take a look at how it's organized. Alright guys, let's start with our GPT chat. First, we pick our team. And that's it. No extra tools will be used. Let's see how the chat handles it. Alright, let's go, friends. So we're told to go down. Well, alright. I see the movement has reached an area where there was previous activity. Often reversals happen in such zones. Now there is a reaction visible, which from experience might lead to a downward movement. I think the chat was right here. Okay, this was obvious to me. Let's see what's next. So, GPT decides we need to go up. All right, let's follow. I observe a steady movement in a certain direction. After a short pause and a return to the previously noted zone, the movement started going up again. Such situations often indicate continuation, so the chat's choice looks quite logical. And that's exactly what happened. Moving on. So, let's see. Down. Okay, as you say, great GPT chat. Up to this point, the movement was upward, but then it sharply slowed down. Such a stop without continuation might indicate waning interest in further growth. In these cases, a pullback often starts. This is the basis for the chosen direction. Has this robot gotten smarter? Let's continue. All right, we need to go up. Well, let's not argue with it. Wow, that's something, friends. Wow, I already started to believe in it, and look what it did. Though I had some doubts at first glance at the screen, this is some kind of intuition level. My friend, if you want to know how decisions are made and by what method, come join my community. There, I regularly share my observations, practical techniques, and formats I use daily. Everything is gathered in one place, convenient, consistent, and ready to study whenever you have time. This suits those who want to progress step by step without rush. Access is currently open, but the format is limited to give each participant proper attention. Follow the link in the description or pinned comment and join while the entrance is still open. So, lost the desire to continue. Okay, today I'm 50-50-50, so let's go till the end. So, going to the bottom. Okay. Well, we didn't really go up much. Okay, now it's my turn. Analyzing from the side seems easier. Now I'll get to work. All right, I have the same input, keep 30. The only thing I'll change is I'll add helpers, MACD and RSI. The first helps determine when the direction might change. The second indicates when the movement has gone too far up or down. In such situations, reversal often happens. Also, let's pick the team. All right, I'm ready. Now it's time to take on the chat. After a prolonged decline, the movement changed direction. The tools I used started showing signals of reversal. Lines began rising and one helper bounced off its lower zone. All this points to a possible continuation of growth. Okay. Well, not a bad start. Let's continue. Moving on. I see a steady upward movement. The rise is smooth, without sharp jumps. This often indicates stability in direction. Such situations can last quite a while. There are no signs yet that the movement is ready to change, so up we go! Moving on, carefully. Next trade. I continue moving with the main trend. There was an attempt to turn the situation upward, but the helpers I rely on didn't confirm it. Pressure remained and the movement continued downward, so I kept going in the same direction. Okay guys, I remember where the chat slipped up, and so I'm a little worried. After all, emotions matter in this game, but no worries, let's focus. What do we see here? As I noted at the start, the movement keeps its direction. The scenario remains the same. The lines of my helper confidently point upward, and the chart continues to rise. No reason to change the plan yet, so I continue acting according to the chosen logic. A cool head is indeed important. Now, only the final of this competition remains. All right, let's look here. You know what? I'm going down. There was an attempt to move upward, but it quickly faded. The reaction in the opposite direction was stronger. A pattern is forming that, from experience, might indicate a change in direction. The tools also started to change direction, confirming the general sentiment, so... Yes, baby. Even though I've been doing this for a long time, competitions like this, even with a chat, make me a bit nervous. But it's great. After all, I wouldn't trust AI with such a complex task, because if it makes a mistake, it loses nothing, unlike me. Honestly, I still don't fully understand on what basis the chat's decisions are made. That's why I approach fully automated methods cautiously, especially when it comes to initial acquaintance with this field. My principle is simple. If I have doubts about a method, I don't rush to share it with others. But there's one thing I share confidently: my community. There I have gathered my platform experience, real-life examples, and approaches I use daily. Inside, there is a calm, structured format where you can observe step by step how information is analyzed and gradually form your understanding. I don't give it ready-made solutions. I explain how I think and what I pay attention to, so everyone can draw their own conclusions. If this approach resonates with you, check the link in the description or pinned comment. It's all open. You can just see how it works inside. I'll be happy if you drop by.